Hello everyone, welcome you all in Learners Academy. Good morning students. This video is for class 10th, subject science, chapter 11, electricity. Now we will continue our last two lectures which were based on the concept of electricity. Now our next topic of discussion is direction of electric current. Yes students, we know that a metal has a plenty of free electrons. We know that a metal has a large number of free electrons. We also know that electric current is a flow of electrons in a metal wire when a cell or a battery is connected across it. Now, there will be two cases. In first case, there will be no cell or a battery is connected across the end of the metal conductor, whereas in second case, a cell or a battery is connected across the end of the metal conductor. In first case, when the metal wire has not been connected to a source of electricity like a cell or a battery, then the electron present in it move at random in all the direction like this. As shown in figure, they move in all the directions with random velocity. Whereas in second case, when a source of electricity like a cell or a battery is connected between the end of the metal wire, then an electric force acts on the electron present in the wire. Since the electrons are negatively charged particle, they start moving from negative end to the positive end of the wire. This flow of electron constitute an electric current in the wire, and hence they will constitute an electric current, whereas in first case there will be no flow of current when the distribution of electrons was random. Now our next topic of discussion is electric circuit. Basically, electric circuit is the combination of conducting wire, bulb and a switch. These components are connected across the end of the battery or a cell. Then the whole circuit is known as the electrical circuit. In first case, our switch is open. When the switch is open, then there will be no electric current pass. Whereas in our second case, switch is closed. When switch is closed, then there will be a path of electric current from positive to negative. Then current will flow from positive to the negative end, and hence current will flow. So electric circuit is a continuous conducting path consisting of wires, means conducting wire, other resistances like electric bulb, switches between the two terminal of a cell or a battery along with an electric current flows is called a circuit. Now, what about the direction of electric current? We have two direction of electric current. First one is from positive to negative. This direction of flow of current is known as the conventional current. Conventional current always flows outside the circuit. As shown in the figure, conventional current, the direction of conventional current is from positive part to the negative part of the cell. Whereas other current is known as the electronic current, which is the opposite of the conventional current. The direction of electronic current is from negative to positive. This current will move inside the metal wire from negative to positive, and this current generate from the flow of electrons. So there is a two directions of electric current. First one is from positive to negative and other direction is from negative to positive. When the current flows from positive to negative, this current is known as the conventional current, and when current flows from negative to positive, this type of current is known as the electronic current. Now we will move further on our next topic is symbols of electric component. Our first symbol is a cell. This is the bigger terminal known as the positive terminal, and this one is the smaller terminal known as the negative. So this is known as a cell. When a number of cells are arranged in a series is known as the battery. This is the symbol of a resistance. This is the symbol for a variable resistance. These both are the type of variable resistance. This is known as the resistance or fixed resistance whose value remain fixed or constant. Variable resistance is those resistance whose value may be changed. This is the symbol for ammeter, which is represented by A. This is the symbol for voltmeter. This is the symbol for galvanometer. Basically, ammeter and galvanometer is a measuring device for current, and whereas voltmeter is a measuring device for potential or potential difference. This is the symbol for switch, mainly open switch. Open switch is those switch in which electricity cannot pass. Our other symbols are, this is the symbol for closed switch. In which electricity can easily pass. This is the symbol for bulb, and this is the symbol for connecting wires. Now, our next topic for discussion is Ohm's law. Ohm's law gives the relation in between the current and the potential difference. He says that current is directly proportional to voltage, or we can say that voltage or potential is directly proportional to current, but the condition is temperature remains constant. Proportionality means when the potential increases, then the value of current is also increases. When the value of potential decreases, then the value of current is also decreases. By removing the sign of proportionality, we add here a constant of proportionality. The symbol is R. R is known as constant of proportionality, or a new name is resistance. So V is equal to Ri. The value of R depends upon the nature, length, area, temperature of the conductor. Here we can easily find out the value of R. R is equal to V upon I. If we plot a graph in between potential and current, there will be a straight line which directly implies that voltage is directly proportional to current, or current is directly proportional to voltage. If we increase the voltage, then current is also increase. If we decrease the voltage, then current is also decrease. Whereas in case of current, when the value of current increases, then resistance decreases, or the value of current decreases, then resistance increases. Now, what do you mean by resistance? What do you mean by resistance? The electric current is a flow of electrons through a conductor. When the electron moves from one point to the another point of the conductor, They collide with other electrons and with the atoms and ions present in the body of the conductor. Due to these collisions, there is some obstruction or opposition to the flow of electron current through the conductor. Means the property of a conductor due to which it opposes the flow of current through it is known as the resistance. I will explain it by making a diagram. There are large number of free electrons in a conductor. They move in random direction. When electrons move from one point to the other point of the conductor, then they meet a electron in the way, so they collide with each other and they lose their energy. Means they create a time lag in between these two ends of the conductor. So resistance is the obstruction produced in the path of a current. We know that from the Ohm's law, the value of R is equal to V upon may I. For a long wire, when resistance increases, and for short wire, resistance decreases. The value of resistance in case of long wire increases and the value of resistance in case of short wire decreases. In case of thick wire, the value of resistance decreases, and in case of thin wire, value of resistance increases. With the rise in temperature, resistance effect also increases. The SI unit of resistance, we can easily measure resistance with the symbol ohm. Now, question arises, define 1 ohm. We can easily define ohm. Resistance is measured in ohm, potential difference is measured in volt, and current is measured in ampere. So we can easily define 1 ohm. Resistance, the value of resistance is said to be 1 ohm when a potential difference of 1 volt is applied across a conductor when a current of 1 ampere is flow through it. Now, on the basis of electrical resistivity, substances are divided into 3 main categories: conductors, resistors, and insulator. Conductors are those substances through which electricity can easily pass. But on the basis of electrical resistivity, the definition of conductor is that in which the electrical resistivity is very low are known as the good conductor. Insulators are those substances in which electrical resistivity is very large is known as insulators, and resistors are those substances in which electrical resistivity is moderately. The examples of good conductor are silver is a good conductor of electricity, copper, aluminium. Resistors are mainly alloys, and in alloys manganese, constantan, and nichrome are the examples of resistors, and insulators are rubber, wood, and plastic. Now, there are the factors which affect the resistance of the conductor. There are mainly 3 factors. Electrical resistance depends upon length, area of cross section, temperature, and nature of the material medium. Resistivity, we can easily calculate resistivity. Resistance, we also know that from the previous article, resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. Resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. By combining these two, 1 and 2, we can get R is directly proportional to L upon may A. By removing the sign of proportionality, we add here a new constant, that is rho. Rho is known as the resistivity. The value of rho is R into A divided by L, and the unit of resistivity is R is, we know that resistance is measured in ohm, area is in meter square, length is in meter. By cancelling the meter and meter, we will get the unit of resistivity is meter. Thank you so much. Now the next part of the video we will discuss in the next lecture.